On May 8, 2026, the U.S. Department of War released a cache of 162 previously classified files. Among these documents were 28 videos and 14 images documenting encounters with unidentified flying objects. In one notable incident, federal agents observed a glowing orange, ball-shaped object in the sky, ejecting small red orbs before completely vanishing in seconds. The files contain accounts that challenge basic physics. Infrared sensors captured footage of an object hovering over the ocean near Greece, executing perfect 90-degree turns at 80 miles per hour. A known drone or aircraft would tear itself apart attempting that maneuver. For decades, the immediate public reaction to these kinds of physics-defying maneuvers has been the same. People assume that because human engineering cannot easily replicate these movements, the objects must be evidence of advanced extraterrestrial technology. Taking these short, low-resolution clips out of context makes the alien hypothesis seem plausible, but relying strictly on the footage itself means ignoring a massive geographic anomaly hiding in the data. To understand what these objects actually are, we have to map out where they appear. We can take the most credible UFO sightings spanning the last 79 years and plot their exact coordinates. A specific cluster emerges, heavily concentrated in Iraq, Syria, Greece, Japan, and the Strait of Hormuz. Adding 1950s data, sightings cluster near the Soviet border, Germany, and the American West. These are all areas where the U.S. military deploys its most advanced monitoring systems. If an alien species were surveying Earth, they would not restrict their flight paths exclusively to human military outposts. The map reveals that UFOs are a human, geopolitically driven phenomenon. The entire cultural obsession with aliens can be traced back to a specific misunderstanding. On June 24, 1947, a private pilot named Kenneth Arnold was flying over Mount Rainier in Washington state when he spotted 9 shining objects. He later told reporters the objects moved the way a saucer would if you skipped it across water. Arnold was describing the motion of the craft. The newspapers misinterpreted his quote, assuming he was describing their physical shape. They printed headlines about flying saucers, and a new global vocabulary was born. 2 weeks later, a farmer named Mac Brazel found strange debris scattered across his field in Roswell, New Mexico. He collected pieces of tinfoil, rubber strips, and materials he didn't recognize. Brazel took the debris to the local authorities, who contacted the Roswell Army Airfield. The military immediately issued a press release claiming they had recovered a flying disc. The very next day, the military retracted the statement, claiming the debris was actually a weather balloon. That sharp contradiction in official messaging convinced the public a cover-up was underway. The military's clumsy handling of the Roswell debris validated the media's flying saucer myth, sparking a global hysteria that persists today. It took until 1994 for the U.S. Air Force to declassify the truth about Roswell. The debris was part of Project Mogul, a highly classified program utilizing high-altitude balloons equipped with microphones to spy on Soviet nuclear tests. As for the numerous public reports of alien bodies recovered from crash sites, a subsequent 1997 Air Force report provided the explanation. The military had been dropping test dummies from high altitudes to gather aerospace safety data. The U.S. government realized that a public actively hunting for flying saucers provided the perfect operational cover. Instead of correcting the record, they let the rumors run. In a 2024 report, the Pentagon admitted that many UFO sightings from the 50s and 60s were actually tests of advanced spy planes. By allowing the public to focus on aliens, the military tested these assets in plain sight without exposing secrets to adversaries. Today, the vintage weather balloons of the Cold War have been replaced by advanced foreign surveillance assets, but the playbook remains exactly the same. Military analysts reviewing recent UFO reports in active zones point to real adversary technology. A football-shaped object spotted in the Indo-Pacific matches the profile of Chinese high-altitude spy balloons. The clusters of smaller orbs align with known drone mothership programs developed by foreign adversaries. Even the sightings in space have earthly explanations. During the Apollo missions, astronauts like Buzz Aldrin reported seeing mysterious flashing lights and large sparkling sources on the lunar surface. Researchers later identified the scientific reality behind these space anomalies. The laser-like lights on the moon were likely reflections of the sun bouncing off smooth lakes back on Earth. The flashes inside the cabin were traced to stray atomic particles interacting with the spacecraft windows. The modern USO phenomenon is a combination of these elements: cutting-edge foreign drones, limited infrared sensors, and natural optical illusions perfectly recreate the visual signature of an impossible craft. In 2022, the U.S. Defense Department established the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. Their mandate was to comprehensively investigate every historical and modern UFO claim recorded since 1945. In February 2024, AARO published its findings alongside parallel investigations from NASA. Their explicit conclusion was that there is zero evidence of extraterrestrial technology, nor is there any proof of secret government reverse engineering programs. The vast majority of these unresolved cases are categorized as ordinary objects. They are rockets, commercial satellites, weather phenomena, and unauthorized drones misidentified by observers or caught on low-resolution cameras. These unclassified files showcase a congested, highly surveilled modern airspace, contradicting the popular narrative of a soft disclosure of extraterrestrial life. Even with these conclusions, the military refuses to proactively debunk every new UFO theory that circulates online. They maintain a strict policy of ambiguity. Maintaining this fog of war serves a practical purpose. Revealing exactly what a military radar did or didn't capture exposes the technical limitations of those defense systems to rival nations. It also hides embarrassing lapses in national airspace security. Politically, the alien narrative is highly useful. It serves as a reliable distraction, pulling public attention away from genuine geopolitical tensions and earthly political scandals. The real danger above resides in the advanced terrestrial surveillance technology being tested by foreign adversaries directly overhead.